I tell this new person that I am a sex addict.
But here's my simple answer, and then we'll expand on this. Not the first date, before sex.
Say again. Say that once more.
Not on the first date, before sex.
On the two ends of the spectrum. So
on the two ends of
you don't do it on the first date, but you do it before having sex with that person. Is that what you're saying, Tim?
That is what I'm saying.
Okay. Not on the first date, but before being sexual.
I can agree.
What about fooling around? So
that's where the nuances come in.
Yes. So yes, and also I want to also get into what it sounds like.
Well, let's back up and let's start with the question of.
Yep.
I'm going to put it this way, and I'm my answer to this question in advance is yes. But let's start with the question: is it an important conversation to have if you are an addict and you're dating?
Yes. And take it from there.
Yes. Well, so that's a great question. Why? So I think that a number of reasons why. I think one of the first pieces is that it becomes part of somebody's history.
Mm-hmm.
And so if they were in a relationship before and that relationship ended, usually the sex addiction is part of why it ended. And so to negate that part, I think, is being dishonest, even if it's dishonesty with a mission. And that's not what recovery is all about. Recovery is about being honest and transparent.
And can I expand on that too, Wendy? Because I think that, if someone's single, maybe they don't have this issue the same way. But if you've been in a relationship, we know that when relationships end after sexual betrayal, it's oftentimes, so sometimes it's the behaviors themselves that ended, but a lot of times it's the deception and lying and all that stuff. That's what kills the relationship. So to me, like you said, Wendy, if this is you're starting a new relationship, you want to start it with honesty. You don't want to start it with more lies, even if it's by omission, because in my experience, the longer you wait, the harder it is then to now share this. And now we have the same cycle can happen again, which is incredibly problematic.
I think when I hear the discussion, I'm picking up the word, Dan, for your example, when I'm starting a relationship. And that's really nuanced for a lot of people. When is it a relationship? And so to have that conversation, transparency, rigorous honesty, a little bit, this is my history, this is where I am, this is how my recovery is defining for oneself, where is the relationship versus dating. And I think that's a very individualized process of definition as well. Although I just want to also say publicly, I agree that yes, if you're starting a relationship, the importance of integrity, of saying, this is who I am, this is part of my history, this is part of my future, this is my new way of life, disclosure is really important. It starts the relationship on a really transparent level. Wendy?
I'm going to throw in another monkey wrench, which is that I find that a lot of sex addicts are sex and love addicts. And so I find with, I'm going to say men and women who identify with sex addiction, they will, if the relationship ends, they will start dating somebody, and then all of a sudden it becomes a relationship pretty quick. And so what I have been, I'm going to say, suggesting to a lot of people who are back dating is just that, Jeannie, is, hey, let's talk about what dating is. It means going out for coffee, having an hour with that person and saying, wow, I like you. Nice talking with you. Let's do this again, maybe in a couple of weeks. And
not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, not later in the day, but in a couple of weeks. And I get a lot of pushback on that. But what if I really like them? But what if I find, that I'm attracted to them? What if, they're gonna go out and date somebody else? What if?
Yeah, the trust is hard, isn't it?